GameStop have closed all of its storefronts following outcry from employees and calls from lawmakers to stay at home as coronavirus spreads in the United States. Welcome to another episode of Games Recap. Hello everybody, I am Brandon Pham. You can tweet today's news at me at BlueChamps, or you can follow us and subscribe for Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays Games Recap news. All right, on to today's biggest topic. 8 current employees told CNN Business that GameStop was keeping its store open to profit off of a video game shopping spree that is happening during a global pandemic. Video game sales have risen for retailers and online shops as analysts anticipate more people are playing video games more than ever as they are playing and staying at home. PC game stores Steam reported an all-time high of 21 million users a couple weeks ago. Animal Crossing New Horizons, that's just launched in stores Friday, and Doom Eternal has been taking advantage of this pandemic and was available a day earlier. Ahead of those 2 major video game releases, GameStop sent out an internal memo Thursday to store leaders and other employees saying that it believed its stores should be classified as an essential business and remain open during this global pandemic. It told employees in a letter viewed by CNN Business that they should direct law enforcement to call a corporate number if they try to enforce store closures. Now, this is pretty silly, right? Everyone is hurting all over the place. Employees, employers have never faced anything like this before. And a lot of shops, when the home quarantine is a little bit more relaxed, a lot of businesses around your town will be closed. And so everyone's suffering and everyone's freaking out. And given that GameStop has been in this general decline the past few years, this is no surprise. But it's always funny to kind of make fun of them because they are so ridiculous and so behind the curve that it's always fun to kind of watch them burn. 7 current employees told CNN Business that only select shops carry that kind of equipment, PC equipment, that can help people work from home. They're not a Radio Shack. However, GameStop is doing whatever they can to act like and profit from this pandemic. That's absolutely ridiculous. If someone's trying to work from home, they don't want the $85 Razer keyboard we have or the $60 Razer mouse. Some cheap $20 Microsoft mouse or keyboard will do just fine, said Dustin Carson, who is 31 years old, a game advisor at GameStop. We can guarantee that he's not working there anymore. They can get that at Walmart. They can get that at any other stores that also have groceries and are arguably much more essential to being open right now. So this is kind of crazy, right? Employees are not on GameStop's side. Consumers are not on GameStop's side. GameStop is only on its own side. And so this is the response from the head of GameStop. This is an unprecedented time, and each day brings new information about the COVID-19 pandemic. Our priority has been and continues to be on the well-being of our employees, quote unquote, customers, and business partners. We have been steadfast in our adherence to CDC-guided safety and local government orders for retailers in each of our communities, George Sherman, GameStop's CEO, said in a statement. So every employee is still working during the ongoing pandemic until recently that they closed all their shops. But they said that during this time, that proper safety measures aren't being taken to ensure that they don't get sick. According to a memo sent to GameStop managers and reported by the Boston Globe, employees were reported told to cover their hands and arms with plastic bags when interacting with customers. So makeshift MacGyver gloves. Lightly, you want to be able to get it off easily. Tape a GameStop plastic bag over your hand and arm, the memo said. Do not open the door all the way. Keep the glass between you and the guest's face. Just reach out your arm, you freaking robot. Like Blockbuster Video and Tower Records before, GameStop faces a major challenge to its business model from the internet as more people buy video games through digital storefronts. Fewer buy games on physical discs from GameStop, leaving the company struggling to modernize its business. GameStop has about $500 million in cash on its balance sheet, which gives it some breathing room. But the company posted negative free cash flow of nearly $500 million in its fiscal 2019 year. The company is seeing some increased demand as people are forced to hunker down at home, but US stores are closed or were closed on March 22nd due to the pandemic and the overall complaints, and any initial surge in demand will eventually dissipate. If it hasn't already, new game consoles are set to launch later this year, which will continue to hurt demand for current generation's consoles, combine already a weak demand with what will likely be a deep recession due to the COVID-19 pandemic. And it's clear that GameStop sales are going to be ugly for most of this year. There's also the possibility that the new game consoles will be delayed, either due to supply chain issues or tepid demand for pricey consumer gadgets. There was little reason to invest in GameStop prior to its fourth quarter report. Now, with the company rejiggering its reporting to hide important information, investors should be even more leery of this failing retailer. So I always like to poke fun at GameStop because I feel like they are a dying breed of what I mentioned before, Blockbuster and Tower Records. They had way too late to modernize their business, and it's crazy. It's funny to see them going down kicking and screaming. I mean, my heart and sympathy goes to the people who don't have jobs right now because of this whole pandemic, as the nation faces something that is globally devastating. These type of businesses that try to take advantage of the employees and not really protect them, it's not worth risking your lives over, right? Plastic bags in your hands and just sticking your arm out to give out stuff, you don't need to do that, all right? We're in the day and age of Amazon. There's a reason why they're not sustainable. It's crazy that they're just trying to stay alive. They have read the writing on the wall at this point, right? So it's just let them die slowly. I guess not as quietly as we want them to, but I believe this is the last year of GameStop, and it's been fun talking about them. Well, let me know you guys' thoughts. Is there a place in your heart for GameStop? Do you feel for what they're trying to do? Is it all nostalgia, or do you feel like this is done? No one's going to be buying physical copies much more after this. If they are, it's going to be probably through a delivery service like Amazon.